Marty, what is the latest tonight? What is going on down in Mississippi? People have to be outraged.
Oh, they are, Benny. Let me tell you why we're talking to you on the telephone instead of in front of a camera. Right now, we are racing to get over to the state attorney general's office. His name is Jim Hood. He just got sworn in yesterday to a third term. He's a Democrat. Remember, Haley Barbour's Republican. He has just announced that he is going to try to go to court to have these pardons overturned. We don't know exactly what he means by that. Is it going to be in state court, or is he planning to try to do something in federal court, appeal to President Obama? We've heard a number of potential strategies. None of those strategies, though, in talking to legal experts, do they really believe it's going to amount to anything. But they are so frustrated in the state here that at least someone is going to try to do something. And right now, that person seems to be the state attorney general. So we're headed over to his office to try to get him on camera, to try to find out exactly what is the strategy here and how likely does he think it's going to be to succeed. But the anger here and the outrage continues to grow. And just one example of that politically, the Democrats have for a number of years here, and they're in the minority in the legislature, have been trying to get powers or at least limit the powers of pardon for the governor. Normally, it's been very difficult because they don't get any cooperation from the Republicans because the Republicans are the party in power. It was their governor. But now last night, we hear that the Tea Party, the very conservative Tea Party here in Mississippi, has said that it is willing, at least some of the branches, to team up with Democrats now to try to get either a law in place or some way to at least amend the Constitution of the state of Mississippi to prevent this from happening again. That's how upset people are, politicians, and those of different political parties.
I mean, how could anyone be opposed to that is what I'm trying to figure out. Now, what are the latest numbers, Marty, in terms of murderers and now rapists that have been set free by this man?
Well, you know what? It's been a little bit difficult to give you exact numbers. Now, I'll tell you why. Because in some of the particular cases, the original number that came out yesterday was listed at 208. But then you start to add in, well, what were the previous pardons that were handed out by Governor Barbour? That was at the end of his last term in office, the last 4 years, and other pardons and other changes that he's granted to certain prisoners. The number I've heard has gone up as high as 222 to 226. When it goes to the number of murderers, and this is just straight murderers, we're told it is 16. But then
unreal. Marty, we're out of time. I know.